I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I thought the music was blah, blah, blah. Well, now I regret looking over. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's nice, vibey. Ew it. Blah, blah, blah. Hello. Welcome in, Emmy. Welcome in. Judging by the fact you're going back, I'm going to say welcome in, Obi, as well. Welcome in, Thenis. Welcome in, Harpy. Harpy now officially old as fuck. Beyond old as fuck. Harpy is so fucking ancient at this point that people kill her in World of Warcraft just hoping to get epic drops. That's right. I went there. Anyway, that's the best I could do. I came up, I mean, you know, I couldn't come up with anything. I didn't think about it beforehand. True. I was playing a little while this morning to see if I could upgrade some characters, and I kind of want to finish because one character needs like 3 more pieces of loot, and I kind of want to run around like an idiot on him for a few minutes rather than run right into No Man's Sky. So I don't know. I may. On the other hand, I also don't want to run everybody off. And if there's one thing that runs off a stream audience, it's World of fucking Warcraft. Nobody, you know, it is not the most scintillating content. I know. You are a boss ass bitch. That is true. So let's see here. What do we have to update? What do I have to talk about for y'all? Stuff thing. You know, you wouldn't believe that this was a clean fucking shirt when I put it on this morning, but it was. And then Martin and fucking and Flower and all kinds of shit got involved, and I'm covered in hair and bits, and Jesus Christ, I look like a group of 6-year-olds went at me with a makeup brush, you know, rubbing on my shirt. I also can't tell if my shirt's inside out. It is not. Okay, good. So yeah, Harpy had her birthday. Harpy's actual official birthday was yesterday. WoW has 41,000 people watching its category. That's true. The problem is that WoW also has 43,000 people streaming it. You know, I mean, I'm don't get me wrong. You know, I don't chase viewership like that. You know that. But at the same time, I also don't want to run off anybody here, you know, because if you guys are wanting No Man's Sky, then that's what I had intended to play. But I'm just like that close. I need to get like 2 more pieces of gear. I've fully outfitted my warrior and I've fully outfitted my druid. All my horde characters are leveled. I need to outfit my priest and my mage and my hunter. I'm going to do the priest and then I'm going to do the hunter. That way they've all bought all of the gear set, so I'll have everything unlocked. Live your truth, king. Fair. You live your truth, king. You know, fucking Thenis with your immaculate. Also, I just want to say, like, the reason I'm saying that, if you are not in the various discords, Dina and Goob posted an amazing fucking picture of the 2 of them in, I believe, Peachy's Discord and Rizzoli's Discord and potentially elsewhere. And you owe it to yourself to go witness it. You really fucking do, because these 2 cut a stylish pair. I love that picture of the 2 of you. Fucking love it. Like, want to save it and print it out like an old boomer, you know, and put it in my little boomer memory scrapbook. Yeah, so fucking cute. It's a great fit. Y'all look amazing. I've got another 2 or 6 characters to level up. I've got probably about 20 I could level, and realistically, there's a non-zero chance I will. I don't level every character with every pre-patch, but I try and bring them up a bit. Leveling is so quick now that it's not a big deal like it used to be. Back in the day in World of Warcraft, leveling to max level was a month-long job. And if you were like really grinding and doing it power leveling, you could do it in a couple weeks. But that is not the case anymore. Like, even before the pre-patch went live, people were able to go from level 1, a brand new character, to level 70 in a few hours. Or a day at the most, you know, and be pretty decently geared and like ready to begin really adventuring and the actual process of gearing up and having fun. Which is not to say the leveling isn't fun. You can do the pre-patch event now though, and you can go from 1 to 70 in something like 3.5 or 4 hours, which is lovely. And by the time you get there, you'll have, I think, 40 or 50,000 time warp badges, or not the memory things, the current currency for the event, which will get you pretty much a full set of gear for that character. So, no you. I mean, I'm gonna just watch that Uno reverse. The 2 of you are like a Taoist symbol, you know, a revolving cute. Not the 2, the 4, the 2 couples, I should say, the 2 couples. So, anyway, I may play that out because it does irk me to leave a project in the middle, you know, and I was like, fuck, I was really trying to get it done before stream time came. I did not. So we may do like 20 minutes of World of Warcraft just so I can get enough badges to buy the couple more pieces of gear he needs, I think. I love watching y'all fight over here's cute. So let's see what else. So Harpy had a wonderful birthday dinner. The birthday dinner was Taco Bell. That was the girl's request. That is what the girl got. We went to Taco Bell, and I will say this, as somebody who detests going out to eat, okay, this is literally, and I'm not joking about this, this is the first time I have eaten a meal that was not made in this house in over 1 year. Every single meal I've eaten has been made at home. Harpy has not brought food home. We haven't gone out and picked shit up. It has been over a year. It's since we went to Rizzoli's. Was the last time I ate out. I don't like doing it. But Harpy wanted Taco Bell, and of course if she wants it for her birthday, especially anytime she wants it. And I've offered multiple times over the last year. It's not like we don't eat out just because I don't want to. Like, neither of us want to go out. Once we get home, we're like, fuck that. We're not going back out. And usually stopping while we're like coming back from dropping Harpy off or picking Harpy up from work, it's like peak dinner time hours. So there's lines and shit everywhere. And the way we come home, there's really only one restaurant that's easy to get to on the way to the house. And it's not the best one. Anyway, you get the idea. But I gotta say, so I was like, looking, I'm like, can we just order this shit online? Do we have to go to the drive-thru and everything? No, of course you can. Like, we live in a society now, so you can do that. And I still have Midwest brain where like you can't do any of that shit because we lived in Southwest Oklahoma where like they expect you to, do everything with the fucking, you got to signal the telegraph operator, and have your order, done that way, basically. But so no, they got the app, they got the website, whatever. You can do all that shit. So, we just did that. We just ordered it and it's like, yeah, pull up to the drive-thru and just tell them the order. So we pulled up to the drive-thru, literally nobody there. Pull up to the drive-thru. This incredibly friendly, charming sounding, lovely lady gets on the thing. And I'm not being facetious. She just was, really a peach, just a great at her job. And she's like, hi, welcome. What can I get for you? It's like, yeah, I got an order for so-and-so. Okay, cool. Yeah, pull on up. We got it for you. Here you go. Did you want anything else with that? Like, no, we're good. Great. Have a great night. Boom, out. Entire interaction, 20 seconds, if that, from when we pulled into the parking lot to when I was pulling back out into traffic. And then we're home and we're eating Taco Bell. And it was lovely. And I'm like, fuck, that is so dangerous. I did not need to know it's that easy because that Taco Bell is not even a mile from our house. Yeah, everything was in the bag. It was lovely. It was good. And it was good. It was well made too. I mean, it was good Taco Bell. It's Taco Bell. It's like, people shit on it, but I mean, it's fucking Taco Bell, dude. It's good. So that was Harpy's birthday dinner, was Taco Bell, along with a healthy, massive dose of Martin. We have some insane pictures of Martin curled up, rolling in Harpy's lap. We had a double snug between Yeet and Martin, both of them in her lap at the same time. That ended with Martin just punching Yeet in the back of the head for no reason. They were both just chilling, and Martin was like, hey, fuck you, and just fucking clobbered poor Yeet. Yeet was out. He had no idea what was going on. I felt bad, but then I also remembered Yeet's a fucking terrorist. So I actually don't mind him getting hydraulic pressed a little bit. Like he needs to get squished a little bit. Just a little bit to kind of remind him that, hey, don't be like that. That fucking sucks when it happens to you. Maybe don't do it to other people. Maybe it'll teach you some goddamn empathy. So, Taco Bell is my favorite shit food. I would agree it's probably up there. Yeah, Martin said, and this is for Misty, exactly. I would agree that Taco Bell is probably my favorite garbage food, because it's just good. And the prices were pretty reasonable. It was interesting depending on which location you picked the variants. The location nearest us was slightly more expensive than another one in town that was like about 50 cents cheaper on every item. However, that one was like, I don't know, another mile and a half away, which doesn't sound like much, but when you live in an LA type city, a mile and a half is a long time on city streets. Like that can end up taking you quite a while. And it was on the wrong side of the street, so you had to go and flip around. Kind of a pain. So this one's the nearest one to us. It's like stupid easy to get to and get in and out. Like we were not even out of the house for, I would be astonished if we were out of the house for more than 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes from when we clicked the button to when we were back home eating. So pretty good. You know, I know this is old news. Y'all know this, you know, most of you, I'm sure. But for Harpy and I, like, we don't eat out much anymore. So it was like, this is kind of cool, you know, and we haven't eaten out much in Cali. Harpy eats out far more than I do because she's at work, you know, so she goes out with her coworkers and of course she has, you know, food there. Sometimes they go to like one of the food trucks or they go to a little restaurant nearby, stuff like that. So Harpy goes out far more often than I do because I only go out with her. And we've talked about that before. Like I was telling her, in all the years, right, that Harpy and I have been together, which is fuck, it's so many now, 22 years. All that time, I have gone out to eat without Harpy, not counting the times that I've been at work. Okay, I'm not counting times I've been at work where it's like my coworker and I were traveling and we had to have lunch because we were doing like crazy physical work and shit, and the bank was buying lunch or whatever. Or like, you know, there was another time I had to take a management class for a thing and I was away and I had to go out to eat. Not counting those times, I have eaten out without Harpy one time ever. Harpy had left to go, I believe it was when she went to Florida for the previous company she worked at. She actually saw a SpaceX launch there. It was kind of funny. This is before she worked at SpaceX. She went to Florida and I think I was just having like a long day, like extra long day at work, and I was tired and I didn't feel good. I got home and was like, I do not want to cook. Fuck it. I'm going to, and I went to Taco Bell. I'm on my own. And that is literally the only time I've been out to eat without Harpy since she and I have been together. I just don't do it. More often than not, I'm just like, fuck it. I'll just make something here. You know, I don't feel like getting up and going out. It's just, you know, even that's like too much of a production. I'm that fucking lazy, basically. So anyway, there we go. I don't know. There's not a whole lot else to say. You know what Harpy's gifts were. We showed them off. Her computer is built. It's running. It's beautiful. For those of you who didn't catch it on the Discord or any of my rantings or whatever in any of the various chats we've been in over the weekend, Harpy's computer, I built it and it did not work. It did not work at all. So I began tearing it apart and it turned on and it worked and it was beautiful and it immediately shut down. And then it turned back on and shut down. And then I pushed on the motherboard and it turned on. And I let go of the motherboard and it shut down. And I very quickly came to realize that the case is not manufactured to spec and shorts out the motherboard because it is not lined up properly. And if you put the back plate for the motherboard on, it causes another short. There are two shorts that are caused out. Needless to say, I could not find any of this until I had already built the fucking thing and then had to unbuild it, put it on the table, reassemble everything on the table, not in the case, turn it on, make sure everything worked. You know, like put in just the motherboard. Will it post? Yes. Put in the RAM. Does it turn on? Yes. Put in, you know, the hard drive. Does it turn on? Yes. Connect these fans. Does it turn on? Yes. Put in the video card. Does it work? Yes. Okay. Now we know. Now put it in the case with nothing. Does it turn on? Yes. Put in the, you know, you get the idea. It was like, I don't know, 5.5 hours of just tearing things in and out, insert, remove, over and over before I finally ran down what the actual issue was, which is the back plate for the motherboard, which is a little metal plate that goes over all the ports, shorts out in that case. And so we did a little looking. Harpy thought to Google that. And sure enough, known issue for like 5 years, and they've never addressed it. Coupled with misfit screws, they sent some of the wrong screws. I actually had to get into my collection of hardware and get screws from another build in order to, because the screws they included with the case did not work. They did not fit. They were non-standard screws and did not fit their own case. So, whoops. Jagged metal edges. I cut myself to ribbons on it was like building with the $20 Newegg case from 2004 is how I put it. And having built in Leon Lee cases before, I cannot express how shocked I was at how terrible the build quality was on this case. Now that everything's in, it's great. Like it's pretty stable, you know, but like they didn't route their own cabling worth shit and they're too short. You can't route them any other way. They're just hanging in the open. That was the real pink tax. Exactly. It truly was. That's what Harpy said as well. But the fact that it shorts out motherboards if you put motherboards in it, and that's been a known issue for years. And I'm not talking just this one motherboard. Lots of motherboards short out in it. Lots, like a huge number of motherboards. There are whole lists on the internet of motherboards that you should not use with this case. Not something I ever thought of. You know, if the case says it's ATX and micro ATX compliant, you assume you can put a micro ATX motherboard in it. Nope, you can't. You can't. You need to check with this one. So Leon Lee is officially now struck from my list of approved case vendors, and that leaves Fractal Design, Corsair, and my preferred case vendor, which is NZXT, which I have nothing but love for the NZXT cases I've used. They are astonishingly good. But the others are great too. I mean, I've used multiple Corsairs and one Fractal, and I've looked at a lot of other Fractals, and I've got nothing but good things to say about them. My next case, I'm using the next upsize of my Corsair. I love the case. Yeah, I've been real happy with the Corsair I used. I used one of their fuck off huge ones. It was a full ATX, so it was huge. I mean, the goddamn thing was almost 3 feet tall. Breathed like a motherfucker. It was lovely to build in. It was just too big. It was just way too big. And so the H5 flow that I'm using is just right. It's a nice mid ATX, and I adore it. So anyway, but her computer is running beautifully. Everything copied over, no problem. I had it up and running for her. I stayed up till 2 or 3 that morning, getting the OS installed, because I didn't get the fucking thing running until after midnight. But then a couple hours later, I had the OS installed and updated, and she was off to the races. I got all her games installed. The next morning, she got up, because we both stayed up late. She stayed up a little after midnight with me. I stayed up till about 3:45 a.m. And so I went to sleep for a few hours, got back up at like 7, and finished it out and got her done. No problem. Case worked great. We played World of Warcraft for 5 hours or so, 6 hours that day, and other games. And it just absolutely shredded everything she threw at it. Hey, Beck, welcome in, welcome in. So very, very good components. We're very happy with them. The case is great now that it's built. But I definitely won't want to rebuild in that one. When this motherboard will last for as long as this computer, I'm sure. When that motherboard goes, I will not put another motherboard in that case. We'll chuck the case and get a new one. Versus the case I'm on, I'll probably keep using until something with the case fails, like a glass breaks or something. So anyway, let's finish up the quick thing in WoW. Just because I just want to finish up. I want to take my little priest out and just finish his suit real quick. So we'll go do that. Let's flip over here to the gaming screen. Let me open up BattleNet, and then let's turn Pretzel. Well, Pretzel's at a good level. Fuck it, we'll play WoW with this. Yeah, we'll just do this real quick. This will not take long. And then we'll get into No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is the real content today. Actually, WoW is so fucking loud. We don't need to be in No Man's Sky anymore. Quit to desktop. Where is Pretzel? There we go. Oh, hey, welcome in, Raven and Monster. Hello. Yeah, we'll just knock this out real quick. This shouldn't take but a minute, hopefully. I'm gonna turn the World of Warcraft sound down just a bit, because holy fuck, that's loud on headphones to me. I know you guys have a limiter. I do not. IRL. Audio. We're gonna just bring the master volume down to like 50%. Yeah, there we go. That will be much nicer. Okay, so this is the pre-patch event, which we've already done a lot of on my priest. I'm in. This is my priest. This is my OG boy. This is Vil. This is the original World of Warcraft character that I played the most. My very first World of Warcraft character is a dwarf hunter, but I made Vil. I made him, and then I made Vil. And I played both of them at the same time when the game came out, like back in 2004. But so technically, Vil is my second character I made, but I made them at the same time. So to me, Vil is my first. He's always going to be my first love. But here he is. Here's a little zombie boy. And he's in the process of upgrading his gear, so his gear is a little mismatched. Let's see what he needs to do. We need to get... I'm not upgrading everything. I'm just upgrading the low-level shit, because the little fragments you get are relatively tough to get all of. Actually, hold on. Wait, okay, he needs a mantle and a hood. He needs shoulders and a hood. Okay, so we got to get some shoulders and a hood. So it looks like we are off to the Searing Gorge. We're going to fight Ragnaros. Luckily, as a Shadow Priest, I can just run around and tap shit. Hey, yo. So we got the daily quest is up. The daily quest is to kill the champion. So what's going on here? What's going on here in the World of Warcraft? Long ago, meaning like several expansions ago, a gigantic stellar entity shoved a sword into the planet. The planet of Azeroth is you can think of it as an embryo. It's a living thing. It is nurturing something deep within it. And so we're all kind of like living on this egg, basically. It's a little more complicated than that, but just for ease of explanation. So this sword was stuffed into it. And that sword has been causing problems because it's still sticking out of the planet, you know? Not great. And so this one dude who is attuned to the planet, he is the planet's speaker. He's a dwarf. He, hey, welcome in, Snowy. This one dude, he tried to commune with the planet, and it knocked him unconscious and sent him loopy. So he's knocked the fuck out. That never happened. I'm very glad lore-wise that the sword is getting addressed. It bugged me for the last 2 expansions. It's like, hey, we're going to talk about this at all? Because it's still there, guys. You know, like, hello? Hello? Also, if you're an old school lore nerd and you haven't, go to Dalaran, and when you do the quest and Moira's there and everything, do you have the option to stay a while and listen? Do it. Do it. Moira addresses her father and Magni, and it's good. It's good lore. It's good lore. Wounds. Yes, wounds. Yeah, Magni was in the Battle for Azeroth expansion quite prominently. When the sword was plunged into Azeroth, this substance called azurite leaked everywhere, and it's basically the planet's blood. And so he would talk about how there's, champion, we gotta fix these open wounds. Open wounds. But he spoke with this extremely exaggerated accent. And so, wounds, he would say all the time. But, so Magni tried to commune with the planet. And when he did that, the planet went boosh and knocked him the fuck out. And all these visions began appearing for everybody. And one of the things that seems to be happening is either the planet or we are remembering previous things, and they're coming back to life. And specifically, a lot of what's happening is content from early expansions in World of Warcraft that no longer exists in the same form. Like this right here, these are all leper gnomes, and like all these, oh, fuck. Let's not have them kill me. These little leper gnomes and all these vents are from Dunmurrow, the dwarven starting zone, and they're still there, kind of, sort of, but not in this form. This is how they looked in the original vanilla expansion. You know, the original game, basically. And then there's like a famous gnoll named Hogger, so you'll fight him. And there's a guy named Stitches who's a big abomination, and he was famous because when you're in your mid-levels, you would be questing in a zone, and he was hostile to the zone. Like, he was a horde mob, and he ran around in an alliance zone. Oh, cool. So just flying above that, I just picked up 200 things, and I got an offhand. Well, that's pretty fucking cool. A champion offhand. Jesus Christ. So I now have... I have a soulbound dagger. That sucks. But a non-soulbound champion level offhand. So that's good. Well, so here's Stitches. So we can just, like, go kill Stitches. So let's get in there. We'll put some damage over time effects on him. And we're going to blast his little head. See, like, this fence is the fence, and the trees are the trees as they looked back then. And the thing is, like, none of this shit was in this zone. You know, these little effects happen in different zones all over the place. All over the map. So right now it's just chaos, and, you know, total chaos. Players are all over the place. You know, nobody's really paying attention. None of these fights are really hard. They're not challenging. They're just designed to be a way to level up and get experience and bitch fun quickly. So after we beat up these memories, we subdue the memories in the zone for a while. This little progress bar at the top, memories remaining, will deplete. And at that point, the zone's boss will spawn. And in this case, the zone's boss will be Ragnaros, who is the big boss from the very first raid of World of Warcraft, Molten Core. And he's iconic. He's iconic in the game. And so we got to go beat him up. And then, for example, in Dragonblight, we have to beat up the Lich King, who is the primary boss of the third expansion, Wrath of the Lich King, and arguably the main villain of Warcraft and World of Warcraft. Well, Warcraft 3 and World of Warcraft up to that point. Like, he is the driving force behind most of World of Warcraft, along with the Burning Legion, who weren't fully addressed until much, much later. In the Legion expansion, which at the end of the Legion expansion is when the sword was driven into Azeroth. So all this shit like ends up touching together. I'm not paying attention to Stitches at all. I'm just clicking buttons periodically. All right, so there we go. Stitches is dead. That's a couple hundred crests. I need about 5,000 for the mantle, or the, I don't know, I think I need about 9,000 total. So so this one's funny. You need a pristine boar liver. Okay. So this guy's going, I want to be able to see my own face in that liver. And you have to kill these pigs until you find a perfect boar liver. So this is a callback to a quest way back in the day in a zone called Westfall. This is a low-level quest that you got when you're like level 10 out of 60 on the Alliance side. And you had to go kill pigs and vultures, and you had to get like livers and whatever the fuck from the vultures, feathers or something. But the pigs especially, you had to get a liver from the pig. Well, the liver only had like a 10% drop rate, and you needed like, I think 8 of them. So that meant statistically you had to kill something like 80 or so boars. There were only like 15 in the zone that were easy to get to, and every player had to kill about 80 of them. So it took a very, very long time. And everyone's like, what the fuck? You want liver? Like, all these pigs just don't have livers? You know, it was poorly thought out, in other words. They should have just made it so that you needed 20 livers and every pig had one, or whatever. You know, back in the original game, only one person got the quest loot. So if you were in a party of 5 people, you had to get not 8 livers, you had to get 40 livers, if that makes sense. Whereas now, everybody can loot the quest item. So if you kill one pig and it has a liver, everybody gets it, you know? Like, that's very different. It was not that way back then. Whoop, shit. You can tell I'm suffering from muscle memory for other characters because I'm hitting the wrong keys a lot. The remembered boars still don't have livers. Yeah, that's the whole point of them, is that you have to kill a shitload of them to find the one perfect liver. I love it. I think it's funny. It's a silly little thing. A lot of these quests are like that. They're callbacks to old vanilla stuff. They're acknowledging memes. I really, really wish that when you fight Remembered Onyxia, that like Khadgar would come in or something and go, "Whelps, handle it!" You know, like, it would just be perfect. It would be absolute. Who did that? That's 50 points, you know, or whatever. Like, it would be. And I'm, you know, or like do a they gotta bust out Leroy Jenkins. Whoa. What happened? All of my audio just, hold on. What the fuck? Oh, my computer just decided to crank my headphone audio up 40%. No idea why. That was deafening. Because all of a sudden I could hear everything IRL too. That is the dial on my keyboard, which was basically broken when I got it and I didn't realize. It just turns on its own. The potentiometer in it's fucked. And there's not a damn thing I can do about it because I realized it after the return period. I mean, theoretically I could send it in for warranty repair, but nah. It's not a big enough deal, because if it becomes a big deal, I'll just cut the fucker out and put a new one in. It is not hard to find a potentiometer with a standard stick interface. We're going to just stay back here and keep blasting on Hogger. This is the pre-patch event. I mean, you run around and do little events, So like here, I tend to focus on the boss ones where you have to kill a boss like this because it's one objective. They take a long time, but it's just a single objective. They're relatively safe. If you're a caster, a little cloth wearer doing some of the other ones, you can get overwhelmed by the mobs pretty quickly and end up dying. So it's nice and safe to just do the bosses, and frankly, when you're just sitting here playing and chittering, it's the right way to do it. Harpy and I've done this a bunch over the last couple days. Hopefully the stream encoder is doing a good job. I know there's a lot of crap going on that screen right now. Get the fishing game up for y'all too. Hey Peachy, welcome in, welcome in. It's nice to have all the characters ready to go though. I like being able to drop in and, you know, not worry about who needs what gear or whatever. So my goal is to have my main 4 and my hunter. You know, my mage, priest, druid, warrior, and hunter all ready to go. Not because I'm going to play all of them, I just want to have the options. I like being able to play all of them. God, so see, everybody's just swarming over here to just tackle fuck Stitches again. When they launched this event, oh fuck, you can see, like I said, I'm suffering muscle memory. When they launched this event, what originally happened was the zone spawned, each memory was up, you ran around and did as many of them as you could. And then the boss spawned, and that was it. You waited for the next zone to spawn in 90 minutes. Not a good feeling. Okay, Ragnaros is up. Stitches didn't die. The memories got depleted, so... Here is that blue-tinted memory version of Ragnaros. And this is about how big he was. Like, back in 2004, this was some fucked up shit to fight, let me tell you. I did that fight in vanilla, like, before... It's a totally, like, even if you play it in World of Warcraft Classic now, the strategies are like baked in, everyone knows them, the perfect gear, it's easy, da, da, da. Like when the game first came out, half the gear people use now to fight him didn't exist. You know, let alone, like, it was crazy what you had to do to fight him. And it was kind of delightful. It's sort of a, ooh. We're gonna go full shadow mode on him and just try and pump some numbers. Oh yes, get pumped, baby. I got some you can come on, Raggy. That's right, I said what I said. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're on about 80,000 DPS. Considering how terrible my gear is, ooh, that's not good. Get out, get out, get out. There we go. Considering how terrible my gear overall is, it's pretty good. Toss a little heal here for everybody. Just can't do a whole lot of healing because I'm a shadow priest, but you know, we can throw some love. Playing a Shadow Priest especially is a lot of watching timers and just waiting, you know? Watching, mixing, casting, okay. All right, that one's done. Get this up. Make sure this is up. Biding your time. No. He's got a lot of hit points, obviously. I mean, you got all these people just wailing on him. That's okay. Toss another one of these out. That doesn't need to be there. Come on, buddy. We're about to go nuclear again. Let's go. Let's go. Nuclearville. So right now he's like in empowered shadow mode. 12% health, dropping slowly. Throw another halo out here to help everybody out. Try to be a good guy. You want to be a really good guy, though? Go to these events and heal. You know, people will just absolutely love on you. Tanking is great, and I tank some of them. Like my bear tank can tank them pretty well, but people really just love it when you heal them. Because it sucks. If you die during these, you do not get credit for the boss. Okay, boom, done. And you just saw about 30 people level up right there. Well, not bad. 70,000 DPS for the entire run. Or for the entire fight. That's pretty good. I've never been good at shadow DPS. Like, my timings are just not ideal. And frankly, the spec is just pretty fucked up anyway. Turn in our quests, because we've done that now.
Our fate is in your
Alright, let's see how many little thingies we have. We have 6,700. Who can we transfer from? Nobody really has any extras. Okay. Alright, well, in that case, we'll just wait. We'll just wait. Did I get any drops? No. Fuck. Fuck. Put these in. What the fuck is that? 7 of air. What? I don't even know where I got that. I have so much random crap in my inventory bags now. These guys did not... I did not play Dragonflight on my Hordes, so they are just in a pretty weird state. Alright, well, we'll come down here and try and get some more. I don't like all those guys running around. They're gonna come back here and just butcher me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mind combat. Well. Yeet. Get fucked, idiots. Do-do-do-do-do. Get your fucking hands off me, you little creep. Stupid gnome. Imagine being a dumb little gnome. Uh-oh. Yeah, so this druid just... druid or... I can't tell. Punt? Oh my god, you can punt them? I never even realized you can punt the fucking leper gnomes. Harpy, you can punt the gnomes. I have never wanted anything more in my life. Hey, I got my flying carpet. I fucking love my flying carpet, dude. Yeah, there was a button, Harpy. There was a button to punt the gnomes, and I have never been so happy. If you're out here leveling, if you want to level a character out here, the most important thing is to just touch everything. Touch all the boars, touch all the tag, do a little damage to everything, because then you get full credit for it when it dies. In my case, I'm level capped, so it does not matter. Does not matter. Of course you can punt a gnome. We're doing that tonight. Damn right we are. Alright, so Hogger's not up. I can do Green Hill Zone. That's fine. South Shore Terran Mill. Jesus Christ, boy, did that take me back. We were there. We were there 3,000 years ago, Gandalf. We were there. Oh, really? Dick. Okay, that quest is done. Well, no, it's not. I'm an idiot. I thought it was done. Missing one page still. Yoo-hoo. Looking for little dudes. Give me the dudes, give me the dudes. There were guard zergs of 05. Yep, we were. We sure were. When you attacked near a town or attacked a player in a town, or God forbid the NPCs or whatever, the town would spawn waves of guards. And so when you had large groups of people PvPing near a town, and these two Horde and Alliance towns were right next to each other, so they were quite convenient to go fight from, you would end up with thousands of town guards fighting and just running around. It was insane. Hundreds of players. The whole, you know, keep in mind, this is in like 2004, 2005. So hardware, not exactly up to the challenge. Server, not up to the challenge. Players' computers, not up to the challenge, etc. Just crazy. Oh, nut. So that's a shield that just dropped, which is useful. My warrior already has one, unfortunately. But what's cool about it is this is bound to the... ooh. We got a staff. So my little mage can use that. Damn, we got all kinds of shit. We're gonna have to figure this out later. Okay. Ooh, hello, Hogger. I'm not fighting Hogger solo.
There's no need for historical records.
Huh. Fuck Hakar. Fuck Hakar. Eternally.
Ah, I remember this one.
Dadgar, we remember everything. We were there for all of it, bro. I mean, I remember when you were just a little punk bitch in Warcraft, okay? So maybe shut up. Warcraft. Humans and orcs. Like Warcraft 1, dog. We'll wait here and have a little coffee. I've been here. No, I mean he does date from Warcraft 1, so which I played. You did not, my dear. But you did play Warcraft 2. In WoW? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he wasn't really around in WoW. Very much in vanilla. I mean, he was technically there. He was just off with Dalaran. I think they were going to use him and his content got cut. Because, of course, he figured prominently in Warcraft 3. This is a situation where in a Zerg like this, a good tank can make all the difference. So what's happening is this guy he has a fear. It's an extremely short-range fear, but all these people clumped up on him. He's going to cast a spell called Hideous Laughter or something like that, and all these people immediately on him are going to run away. Here it comes. And see, they all run away. And now he runs after whoever has aggro. A good tank will see him casting that, back off, and immediately taunt him. So he'll make everybody who's stupid run away, and that good tank will be right there, and he'll stay planted. He won't run off into the middle of nowhere like he's doing now. Makes a huge difference, because right now everyone's having to chase him around and reposition. A good tank makes these fights go twice as fast. And that's all it takes is one good player to do it. But you also, I mean, there's a little more. Like, you have to have hunters who are willing to turn off growl on their pets, which most of them should be happy to do because they'll do more damage. If their pet isn't actively tanking, it can spend its energy doing claw attacks and bite attacks and stuff, which is dramatically more damage for them. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing. The expansion's gonna be fun. My warrior's really fun. My druid's in a good place. I'm enjoying the druid as well. Harpy, if you're gonna play your druid, you're gonna like it. It's really good. Like they're nice right now. I think a lot of the war garble, as always, just comes from people chasing the top little bit of performance, you know? If you're not focused on that top level of performance, all the classes are really in a pretty good place right now. I chase only fun. Exactly. That's me 100%. Oh, we got a little Alliance Rogue trying to be crafty in there. Also, it is funny though, like back in the day, the knowledge, like everyone knows that everyone played Horde. Only Horde. There were no other game players except Horde players. If you played Alliance, they were hopelessly outnumbered. See all these names that are orange? That means they're in a hostile faction to me. I'm on a Horde character. That means all the orange names are Alliance. The blue names you see, like this guy here, Tanrin, he's a Horde player. This guy here, Helnidhogg of the Nightfall, that's a Horde player. All these orange names are Alliance players. I've played on multiple different servers. The Alliance, like in these events, have been 2-1 at least everywhere I go. I really wonder what the numbers are like now. I thought they were still pretty dominantly Horde, but I don't think they are. I think now that it kind of doesn't matter so much what faction you play, I think there's a fair to middle chance that people are going with the pretty races again, which was very much the case when World of Warcraft launched. When World of Warcraft launched, the Alliance was the only faction that had any kind of attractive races. You know, the Horde races were all monsters. They were all ugly. People didn't like that as much. And more importantly, the Alliance zones were done first. So all of their content, an indestructible mage staff. It's too bad it's a veteran track, but still, that's nice. You love to see it. So that's another one of those we've got. I've now got like 3 caster staffs. Fucking
we overcame this once, and we will once
Sun Elves,
more.
though, Sun Elves. Oh, you Blood Elves? Yeah. Yeah, when the Horde got the Blood Elves, that began the exodus to the Horde. Because the Horde was perceived as having the better racials, which they did, racial abilities. They did have better racial abilities for PvP, but it didn't really matter for anything else until later. But it did eventually matter. Like, again, if you're chasing that top level performance. I love my Alliance characters a lot. I love my dwarf females. Cleus and Kaltruin on Harpy's side. I love, or Kirtruin, not Kaltruin. I love our dwarves. And I very much love my Kultiran, my thick girls. I detest Night Elves with 1,000 sun passion. I'm still mad they were ever included in the game. You know, it's an old stupid thing. It's like Pandaren. I fucking hate them. Call it an old purist thing, but there we are. Which, you know, if there's anything to be purist about, video games or World of Warcraft in particular, don't be. World of Warcraft has always been a hodgepodge game of a lot of different stuff. But yeah, I don't like Night Elves at all. Oh, he dodged my thingy. How dare you? The new Nightborn race has me in a death grip now. The Nightborn, fuck. Yeah, if I was going to play a quote-unquote Night Elf, I would play a Nightborn. 100%. Which I think I have one. I have one of just about every race leveled up for like heritage armor and stuff. I might not have a Nightborn. I should probably do one for the... Jesus, we still don't have a damn poor liver. Hello, hello. Hello? Any boar livers in chat? The Athena looking for a boar liver 7 TV mode right now, I have no doubt. Fucking livers. It was gizzards, by the way, too. It wasn't their feathers. It was fucking bird gizzards. No gizzards, no livers. And that was a common thing, like, throughout it. It would be like, hey, you gotta kill these guys and get their red silk bandanas. They literally are wearing them. The model shows the character wearing them. And you have to kill like 30 of them, and only 5 of them had bandanas on. And it's like, oh, well, you ruined them. Yeah, but I'm literally like trying to get them. Like I wouldn't blast the guy in the face with piss if I need his bandana, you know? Yeah, the new Nightborn are lovely. We'll go finish up on Stitches. We'll do Rags one more time and we should be good. I think he'll do it. Anytime I can be a hot purple elf, I'm in. Valid. Very, very fucking valid. You know, I don't know, man. Like, Harpy and I have talked about it, and it's like, I want to play a warrior while she and I play, because I do. You know? Because I do. I like tanking. That's what I like right now. That's been that way for the last few expansions. As somebody who's played a healer since original EverQuest, and played a healer through all of WoW. Priests can cast Levitate, and it's one of their most fun abilities. As somebody who's played a healer from the beginning, and before the beginning of this game, I always love healing, and I always will, but I like where tanking is right now. And especially, like, if you're going to be, you know, doing anything like streaming or whatever, you have a lot to do as a tank. A lot to do. Because tanks are always considered the de facto leader of the group. They're expected to know the path and da-da-da. But if you're playing with friends, it's a different kind of vibe. And the tank makes for a very fun character because you're right in the center of the action. And you know, it really puts you in a perspective where you can talk about stuff. So, like, if we're going to stream it, tanking is good. Beyond that, I just really enjoy the tank gameplay the way it is now. Especially on Warriors. Especially on Warriors. Bear tanking is not in a great place, I think. I think that's been that way for a while. You have more reactives than you used to, but you don't have a lot of fun shit to do. And that kind of feels bad. You'll note, like, I'm not really looking at him. I'm looking kind of down at my character. That's an old technique that like, most people do. It's not like an advanced technique or anything like that. And the reason is, you need to be looking down so you can tell if you're standing in the fire. You need it like that. You need to be able to move. I mean, obviously, that one you're not going to miss. But you need to get the fuck out of dodge. Because if you don't, you die. On these fights, not so much. These fights you can endure quite a bit. Unless you're like low level or something. But like there, like I just moved away from those people in case they don't move. Because they may not, you know, there's a lot of new players, a lot of just people who don't give a shit playing. And then a lot of people who are playing and actively trolling and trying to get other players killed. So you just need to kind of keep your eyes open. But in actual like raids and if you're actually running instances and stuff, standing in those kind of effects will get you killed and can lead to the loss of the group and a wipe, and you have to start the content over. Which, you know, it's not the end of the world, but it doesn't feel great either. So that's why you saw, like, I just ran forward out of the fire and threw a shield on myself in case I was too slow. Just to be safe. Nope. So now the effect's on me. So I'm going to run back and get away from all these other players. And you can see, I didn't hit them. I placed that so that they wouldn't take damage. That's what a kind, thoughtful, nice person does. You know? Or at least tries to do. You can't always do it, but you try. You try. That's the goal. Rags is now in phase 2, where he's going to do these casting rings. Pretty soon he's going to start doing a lot more Sulfuron smashes. This is a lot easier than the fight with him used to be. the OG fight with him was longer, gnarlier, everything killed you. It was, I mean, God. And I played that shit as a healer, so it was brutal. Every dumb fuck who died, what the fuck? Terrible healing. I was like, dude, you got one-shotted. You took 1,000,000 damage. You can't heal. You took 1,000,000 damage, you have 4,000 hit points. What did you want me to do? Oh, you should have been able to, you should have, like, warned me. Yeah, big fire, don't stand there. There's nothing to warn you about, dude. Like, you stood in the bullshit. Like this. That would kill you if you stood in it back in the day. That's why it's fun playing with friends, you know? If there's a fuck up, people aren't shitty about it. Ain't nobody got time for bullshit and drama llamas, you know? See, that guy did not move, and I was in the middle of a cast, so I took the chance that he would not stand there. And he just stood there like an asshole. Which is okay. Rags is almost dead. Oh, we got a hatchet. An intellect axe. An axe with intellect on it. So that's an incredibly rare item. Or not incredibly rare. That's an incredibly limited use item. Who can use axes? Paladins cannot. They use intellect in one spec. Shaman. That's it, I think. Nobody else, I can't think of anybody else who could use an axe who would use that. I don't think mages can use axes. So anyway, there we go. Got some awakened crests too. That's good. Good, good. All right, let's go back to Dalaran. All these idiots with their mounts trying to click. There's a portal in the middle of all this bullshit. And so they're all on their mounts clicking it, not realizing like, hey, if you just got off your mount, you can just click the portal really easily. Also, you have a bunch of people who are on their mount, like this guy with the blue dragon. He's positioning his dragon to block the portal, so you can't click it. See, like, I can't click the thing. You can always go around it. But he is intentionally trying to make it so people can't click the portal. And the reason for that is because he has a tiny penis and nobody has ever touched it. That is clinically proven. That people who do that kind of shit are just dog shit human beings. Yeah, if you're familiar with the shopping cart question, right? The shopping cart, not paradox, but parable or whatever. You know, whether or not somebody puts a shopping cart away is a very pure example of what kind of person they are. Because it costs you nothing to do it, and there's no penalty if you don't. You lose a little bit of your own personal time, but it benefits everybody else. Or you just leave your cart by your car, and you get the benefit of not wasting your time at everyone else's expense. So the mount thing like that is the same kind of thing. Like, ha ha ha, I'm wasting everyone's time, I'm trolling them. It just shows that you're a shit person. You're just a shit person, flat out. You know, does it mean like you're irredeemable? Not at all, not at all. But it's shitty behavior that nobody finds amusing, and it's just trolling for the sake of trolling. You know, it's a good indicator of a low quality human being. I hope you'll find something. The most I do if I'm AFK is stay on the yak near an area so people can sell through on. Oh, and see, now that's good. That's like helpful. You know, and being on a mount, like, that's fine. Like, if you were right, you can't mount in this room. But if you're in this room and you just stood over here and mounted, that's great. Right here, no problem. Right here, and then turning so your wings, you know, doing this so your wings are constantly arcing over the portal and just doing that. Can you imagine just being on a mount near a portal and just wiggling your mouse like this for an hour? There are people who do it. Their lives are that fucking empty. You know, it's sad. It's just fucking sad. So anyway, let's get some wares. So I think Vil just needed what did I say? He needed the hat. Yes, because that's a big upgrade for him. And then he needs the mantle. And that will do it for Vil. Put the hat on. Put the mantle on. You have completed the Dalaran cloth armor set. You're damn right we have. Okay, and we will just disenchant these real quick. That item is not a valid target. Okay, we'll sell that bullshit real quick. I've got a 2-seater rocket if anyone wants a ride. Ooh. Ooh. Those were really fucking hard to get back in the day. It's a shame. Harpy and I brought so many people into World of Warcraft, and it was all before Recruit a Friend existed. Like, we should have that fucking mount so many times over. And it's relatively trivial to do it now, but I just don't want to go through it. But it's like, so many times. That's all right. I love speed clicking the second seat if Goob pulls out the rocket so I don't have to fly myself. One of Harpy's greatest joys is when I'm in my druid and turn into a moose for her to ride on me. She fucking adores that. Harpy also, an old school one, she had the Sandstone Drake mount, which was an alchemist mount, back when it, like right after it was made, you know, because we were... Something? She was an alchemist. Still is. Her cow is an alchemist. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm currently using a champion level staff. This is a staff. Let's see here. Okay, all my weapons are right here. This is the warband bank. This is all my characters can see this. It's a way to share gear. We got a shield. I know nobody needs that. We have another staff. Yeah, one of them's indestructible, which is pretty fucking nice. And then we got this stupid axe, which is funny. So we have an agility axe and an int axe. That's offensive. That is so offensive. And then what do we have here? An offhand. Well, the offhand is nice. That can go with the dagger. This is what I was gonna... No. What do we have? We have an agility mace, a fucking dagger, and a crossbow. I have one hunter I'm gonna play. And he has a crossbow already, I think. Okay. Safe travels. Let's just go sell Vil shit, and then I don't know. I kind of want. Can you put crafting in the material? Yeah, some. I moved. I want to consolidate all my Dragonflight mats, and then I can stick them on one character easily, and just bank them away. But I believe you can craft from it too. Like his reagent bank is a mishmash of old and new, because again he's an OG character. So like fuck, I think I have stuff in here for making Crusaders still. I'm sure I do. I know it's in there. Like the Righteous Orbs, which I don't think you need anymore. I'm like almost positive you don't need those, but I still have a couple somewhere. Okay, so these are warbound until equipped. Yes, I wanted these to go in the bank. Refundable items cannot be stored in the bank. God damn it. Go with honor. Fine, I'm just gonna mail them to Gruz then, because they're for Gruz. That's why I have them. Yes, make it non-refundable. I don't care. There we go. And now Gruz has those. What is this? That is my existing mantle. Okay.
I have many wares.
Sell off this bullshit. Repair our gear. What do we have here? We have a defender's dagger. All right, so get off of that. Just disenchant that. Excuse me? No. That is not a valid target for disenchanting. Neither is that. Okay. In that case, we'll sell them.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles.
Because I know Vil will never... The merchant doesn't want that item. Oh my god. All right. Breaks my heart to delete a purple item like that. What? That is a champion level. You know what? I'm going to hold on to that in case Vil gets a good offhand later. Because he might get an offhand that's a better upgrade than that. I don't fucking know. So, there we go. Let's see what Vil looks like. Let's never upgrade your staff. Thank you. Leave that as the normal appearance. Apply. I'm old. I like prophecy. That's how I run Vil in prophecy a lot. Also, I have Farmer Vil. So we can make him look like a little farmer with this corn cob staff. I always like that look. That's old school that we used to do. Silver Thread Vil was also a common one. I prefer him really without the tabard. Yeah. I like the silver thread suit. I think it looks pretty good for original vanilla WoW armor. Anyway. Excuse me. So there's that. You know, I said we'd be just a minute, but you know, what if we just got on the mage real quick? What if we just got on the mage real quick and just cleared his email out, or his mail out? I just be picking random shit that makes me giggle, so my transmog's always... No, that's totally valid. I tend to run sets a lot, unless I'm doing something specific, like making a slut mog, a slutty transmog, or
a radiant song.
Okay, thank you. I have the quest, I know. Thank you. All right, so let's go. This is orc. Gotta remember muscle memory. Gotta remember my muscle memory for Gruz now. My mage muscle memory is a little weak on him. I have his bars mostly set, like the last mage I played. I played all my mages and I played all my characters over on Alex Strauza server when the last thing launched, and we leveled up a bunch of Alliance tunes there. My quote-unquote real Alliance tunes are on Argent Dawn, an old roleplay server, and they are all day one, almost all day one vanilla characters. Okay, let's just get this stuff out and see what we got. So, those are a huge upgrade. Yes, please. Those are a huge upgrade. Yes, please. Those are a huge upgrade. Yes, please. So Gruz is now even more upgraded. You'll love to see it. And let's see what else he's missing. Okay. Not much, it looks like.
What's shaking?
Does he need a weapon? He absolutely needs a weapon. So we will give him that nice staff that's indestructible, because I don't have another caster I care about to use it. All right, there's Gruz's staff. And I don't think I have anything else for him in there. He needs a couple of trinkets. He needs both rings. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8,000. And then 1, 2, 3. He needs a lot of gear. Yeah, he needs a lot of gear to get leveled up. But he's in pretty okay shape for right now. I'm a slutty pirate priest. Very valid. Yeah, Gruz is not in his normal outfit. Let me show you Gruz in his actual outfit. This is what he normally wears, is this crystal armor set. Let me change that. That needs to not be that way. There we go. I like to leave... Sometimes their weapons just auto-change, and I hate it. I always leave the weapon to be what it really looks like, because generally I find that better.
May your feet find good trails.
So there we go. This is Gruz in his natural attire, which is this is a Shadow Moon crystal armor, cloth armor set from Warlords of Draenor, like long ago. This is like a 15-year-old armor set now, but I've always liked it. I don't know, he's got a couple others. I have a few others set up for him, I think. Most of the time when I do slutty stuff, it's on female characters. Let's see. Yeah, we got Loa Gruz. That's a full set from the Battle for Azeroth. The Kultiran set, which I hate. I think it looks really stupid on trolls. This set I like, the Plaguebound set. And this Honor-Bound set, I think both look really good. I think they're very solid. Those are Battle for Azeroth sets. I don't know what else he has. Oh yeah, it can be a cute little flower Gruz. Those are very adorable, actually. The new Stormrider set, it's good. I mean, it's fine. This does not look magey to me. This looks very heavy and weighty and armory. No, mogging is now free. See, like right now, 0 copper. I can change over for free. I don't know if that's just because of this guy, because I own the yak. I don't think so. I think it's just free. This is some ugly shit. There's a lot of ugly shit. Like this thing, like what the fuck were you thinking? That is just some of the most hideous shit ever. That's like Fortnite crossover bad. Ditto with the Harlequin suit. To each their own. To each their own. But I do not like it. I do not like it. It still breaks my fucking heart that I don't have my original Arcanist and, Devout and all that. My tier 0 sets. Because I had them. I had all of them. But I do not anymore. Anyway. Oh yeah, and here's the troll. Look at the dick nose, dude. I love the big dick nose mask. I love that fucking thing. And why do I call it a dick nose? Oh, it's not a dick nose. Yeah, it is. Look at his codpiece. The nose is the same as the codpiece. He's got an enormous dick on his nose. I use the yak to change, so I don't know either. Yeah, I don't think it's... a transmogrifier is a transmogrifier because I'm positive I've looked on other people's yaks. Like, I've just been out and it's worked
I have
without issue.
many lucky dudes.
Let's repair his
you
gear.
like.
So he needs a bunch of shit. Let's just take a quick peek. He has no badges. Also, here's a bug for you. Here's a bug for you. Those of you who play, here is a bug for you. If you transfer supplies, like here, I can transfer these Dragon Isle supplies, and I transfer them. If you transfer them to another character, and you transfer all of them, like here, I can take Vil's 38,000 Dragon supplies. So if I took 38,823, which is all of Vil's, leaving Vil with 0, they will not show up here. So for example, Gruz had thousands of those memory fragments, but I transferred them all, thinking I could just transfer them back. You can't. You have to have some to transfer, because when you transfer, you pull it from the other character. You don't send it from the person with money to the person who needs it. You get on the person who needs it and pull it from the person who has it. It's kind of backwards, but you can't do that unless you have some to begin with, which I kind of don't like. I kind of think that's a problem. They really should do it the other way so that you can just send it to whoever the fuck you want. And I get it. Like, it's really easy if you have like my Time Warp badges, I put all on one character. I just got on the character I wanted to have them and just transferred from every other character. It was great. It was simple. But sometimes it can bite you in the ass. So be careful. Leave yourself with one of anything, just so it's in the list and you can transfer again if you need to, you know? So on that note, though, I mean, do I want to go play Gruz? I kind of do. I mean, it's just more caster shit, I guess. I don't know. Or should I go play No Man's Sky? You made that mistake once too? Yeah, I did, and I was like, ah, fuck. Fuck. Why am I running around? He can portal to everywhere. Yeah, this is the list of portals. All the major cities that a mage can teleport to on their own. So somewhere in here is Dalaran. Oh, no, actually it won't be. It'll be Azuna. Vale of Eternal Blossoms, Hall of the Guardian. There we go. Dalaran, Broken Isles. That's the one. So it is Dalaran. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll teleport to Dalaran. Let's go fuck around with Gruz for just a minute. Just a minute, you know? I know I said No Man's. We're going to play it. Don't worry. We're going to play it. I also want to work on this for a minute. Okay. Gruzzy. I love this fucker. And here's your proof that Gruz is old. His title is Stoneguard. A title that has not been available since basically Vanilla WoW. You cannot get those. Those are legacy titles now. Every character I have who has a PvP rank title, I will never get rid of. Because they're proof that I had the account then. Well, no, they're not. They're proof that somebody had the account, and I guess you just have to take my word that I had the account. But Gruz's name actually goes back to the early fucking 90s when Diablo came out, because Gruznubba was my original Diablo mage. And so he needs so much shit. Well, let's go have some fun on Gruz. Oh, so that's what teleporting looks like on a decent PC. Yeah, it's nice and quick. you do get a quick view of the window. All right, let's get up some bullshit here. Also, just because I'm old school, I like to buff anyone I can. Let's go get up to some bullshit. See what we can fight. This is not my favorite zone to do. Oh, we got King Gordok. He's fun. I mean, I love fighting Onyxia. That's for damn sure. Yoo-hoo, Gordy.
The memory of Onyxia.
This guy was the boss from Dire Maul, a big ogre mound. It was really fun. I only do fire. This is alien to you. Fair. Yeah, see, I've been Frost from day one on him. I play fire. It's my other main spec. But even when like conventional wisdom at the beginning of Dragonflight was like, don't do fire. Don't do Frost. Do fire. I would go into the raids, the Vault of the Incarnate, the tier 1 or the phase 1 raid, you know, and routinely lead the DPS charts. Even against people who were 15% higher eye level than me. Like I was 275, 300, 275, 285, and people who are eye level 300, 310. I was beating the shit out of them on the DPS charts. I love the utility of Frost, and if you know what you're doing with it in single target, you can really, really put the hurt out. But it is a tricky one to do, and it doesn't have the flash and blam and just raw carnage power that Fire has. Fire is really nice for... Oh, shit. Okay, I do not want to deal with 2 of those on me. There we go. Alright. That's better. Get fucked. Get fucked, I said. Deadass. Yarr. Poor Harpy in shambles. Like, wait a minute. You said we weren't going to play. You said we weren't going to play. I know. Harpy also, this weekend, probably trucking. We may do a little bit of WoW, because, I mean, this is fun. And Harpy and I have been having a lot of fun leveling characters. It's just going to depend on if Harpy needs any character level. So, I'm having lunch with you. Well, I love you. I'm glad you're having lunch. What are you having? Hopefully something good. I'm here for Doot Doot this weekend. Yeah, Doot Doot will be fun. It'll be fun. Because we haven't Doot Dooted a whole lot, you know? We haven't Doot Dooted. And Harpy wants to Doot Doot on her new computer. She wants to test it out because holy shit does her new computer shred. Her new computer is actually more, it has a 10%-ish better graphics card than mine. And it is in her new computer because it's hers. And that's the way we roll in this house. At least as far as she knows. I could swap it out. Okay. I was hoping that some... Yeah, thank you. Please jump in. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. Come on. Jump in. Jump in. Come on, come on. There we go. Let's fucking go. Go up throwing these shards. Jesus. Considering how terrible his gear is, running 35k right now is nice. I don't know what this ability is. Ice Nova. Whirlwind of target. Oh, yeah. Okay.